Imagine this. You walk into a room full of strangers. Everyone looks normal. Everyone is smiling, laughing, playing their part in the social theater. But somewhere in that crowd, there is someone reading you. Not casually, not politely. They are scanning you like a system looking for a vulnerability to exploit. And the worst part, you will not see it coming. Because predatory people do not look like villains. They look like everyone else. Sometimes they look better. This is about predatory personalities, not criminals, not monsters in ski masks, just people who have learned to treat other humans like resources. And if you have ever felt used, drained, or confused after interacting with someone who seemed so charming at first, you were probably right. Your gut knew before your brain did. A predatory personality operates on a simple philosophy. The world is a game, and other people are pieces on the board. They do not see relationships as mutual. They see them as transactions. And they are incredibly good at hiding this until it is too late. But once you know what to look for, the pattern becomes impossible to miss. Start with the way they enter your life. Predatory people do not drift in slowly. They crash in like a wave. They love bomb. They flatter. They make you feel seen in a way that feels almost magical. You think you have found someone who truly gets you, but what they are actually doing is gathering data. Every compliment is a test. Every question is a probe. They are mapping your wounds, your insecurities, your desires, and they will use that map later. This is called mirroring. They reflect back whatever you want to see. If you value kindness, they will seem impossibly kind. If you value intelligence, they will suddenly share your exact interests. If you value loyalty, they will swear they have never met anyone like you. It feels like destiny. It feels like connection, but it is performance. And the performance has one goal: to lower your defenses. Now watch what happens when you start to trust them. A predatory person will begin testing boundaries, not with violence, not with obvious red flags, with small things. They will ask for a favor that feels slightly uncomfortable. They will cross a line and then apologize so beautifully that you feel bad for even noticing. They will make you feel like you are overreacting, you are too sensitive, like you are the problem. This is called normalization. They are training you to accept behavior that should make you leave. And here is the mechanism behind it. Predatory personalities often operate from what psychologists call the dark triad: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. These are not diagnoses you can see on someone like a tattoo. They are patterns of thinking. Narcissism makes them believe they are entitled to whatever they want. Machiavellianism makes them skilled at manipulation and strategy. Psychopathy makes them unable to feel guilt or empathy the way most people do. Put those three together, and you get someone who can hurt you without flinching. But you do not need a psychology degree to spot them. You just need to pay attention to how they make you feel over time. Because while their words might be perfect, their effect on you will not be. After spending time with a predatory person, you will feel drained, confused, like you are walking on eggshells, like you are always one mistake away from losing their approval. You will start doubting yourself more, apologizing more, shrinking more. This is not an accident. This is the point. Predatory people thrive in chaos. They create it on purpose. They will start arguments out of nowhere, then act like you are crazy for being upset. They will give you the silent treatment, then accuse you of being distant. They will contradict themselves constantly, and when you point it out, they will insist you misunderstood. This is called gaslighting, and it works because it makes you stop trusting your own perception of reality. Once that happens, they have won. Now look at how they treat other people. A predatory person will almost always have a trail of broken relationships behind them. But if you ask them about it, everyone else was the problem. Their ex was crazy. Their former friend was jealous. Their old boss was incompetent. They are always the victim, always the misunderstood hero. This is a massive red flag, because people who genuinely grow and change can admit their part in past failures. Predators cannot. To them, accountability is a weakness. Another thing, watch how they react when they do not get what they want. A healthy person will feel disappointed, maybe frustrated, but they will respect your no. Predatory person will not. They will pout, guilt trip, withdraw affection, punish you with coldness or rage. They will make your boundaries feel like betrayal, and over time, you will stop saying no just to avoid the fallout. That is exactly what they want. Here is the thing most people miss. Predatory personalities are not always loud or aggressive. Some of them are quiet, gentle. They play the role of the wounded bird who just needs someone to save them. They will trauma dump on you within days of meeting. They will make you feel special for being the one person who understands them. And then they will take and take and take, all while making you feel like helping them is your purpose. This is called covert manipulation, and it is just as dangerous as the loud kind. You can also spot them by the way they talk about other people when those people are not around. Predatory people love gossip. They love creating divisions. They will tell you secrets about others to make you feel like you are on the inside. But what they are really doing is testing your loyalty and planting seeds of distrust. And you can bet that the moment you are not in the room, they are talking about you the same way. Now here is the uncomfortable truth. Predatory people are drawn to certain types of people, not because those people are weak, but because they are empathetic, compassionate, eager to see the good in others. If you have ever been told you are too nice, too trusting, too forgiving, you are exactly the kind of person a predator will target. Because your kindness is not a flaw to you, but to them, it is an open door. So what do? You learn to trust your discomfort. If something feels off, it probably is. You do not need proof. You do not need to catch them in a lie. You just need to notice the pattern. And then you need to get out. Not dramatically, not with a confrontation, just quietly. Because predatory people do not let go easily. And the moment you try to leave, they will either love bomb you back in, or punish you for daring to walk away. The takeaway is this: you cannot fix a predatory personality. You cannot love them into changing. You cannot prove your worth enough to make them treat you well. Because the problem is not you. It never was. The problem is that they see people as tools. And tools do not get respect. They get used until they break. So when you walk into that room full of strangers, pay attention. Not to who is the loudest or the most charming, but to who makes you feel uneasy in a way you cannot name. To who asks too many questions too soon. To who makes you feel amazing one moment and worthless the next. That discomfort is not paranoia. It is your nervous system trying to protect you. And in a world full of people who have learned to weaponize kindness, listening to that discomfort might be the most important skill you ever develop.